It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on iRacing for the final time this season. Hello again, everyone. I'm Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's Broadcasting signature presentation of Championship Tuesday, Round 12, Week 12 of Season 1 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split coming to you from Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway. Current conditions on the racetrack, and it's going to be a scorcher out there as we typically would expect for hot Atlanta. 78 degrees ambient, but 120 degrees track temperature. And then we saw the points on the board. We'll show those again, but the cars currently moving under qualifications right now. We got some speeds that have checked in. Joining me in the booth, as always, is Justin Petschauer and Luis Gonzalez-Nunez. Justin and Lewis, welcome. Justin, kick off with you. We're back here at Hot Atlanta, where the championship, at least for the top spots, decided, but we still have many other open spots here moving up and down in the standings for this top 10 here in this championship. Justin?
Yeah, it's kind of expected there. I thought I had my microphone turned on, but so I was talking to myself, and I got the response. But yeah, it's kind of typical now. You got the big names that come in here, have some fun, improve their skills. The old saying goes, keep the rust off. And you got these new guys that come in, have some fun, put up some good numbers, and what have you. But now that they come to Hot Atlanta, they thought, oh, we're going to the drafting version. We're going to the NASCAR version, the new one.
Wrong.
Nope. You are on the old Atlanta, where you have to play with the throttle, as well as manage your tires, as if you didn't have to already in the meme version of Atlanta. But I digress. This is going to be, we might see a bit of a pack race, maybe not. I mean, like I said, if we pull up the weather graphics there, yeah, 120 degree track temp. It's probably going to get hotter as the race goes on. It's a 75 lap race. Anything can happen.
All right, Lewis, we're getting ready to wrap up qualifying here. What have you seen so far heading into this race and the early trends from Monday?
I think there's going to be the race for the championship for sure. We already know Maleska is the 5-time IndyCar iRacing, I say IndyCar Fixed Series and all the series also Fixed champion. So today just try to survive today. Maleska is in the pole, so 50 Celsius and 122 Fahrenheit. So it's really hot. You need to save the tires, don't burn it, and try to use the high line to try to protect the tires.
All right, let's get in tonight's starting grid. Go for it, Justin.
Pole, no surprise who it is. It's the king once again, Robert Malechka III, with a lap time of 25.145. Next to him, Adriano Pinero with a 25.162. Starting third will be Tanner Richards. Next to him, starting fourth, good friend of ours, as well as a fellow iRacing IndyCar Series competitor, Phil Kraus. Next to him, the man who almost, and this is not a jab, because me and Brophy are good friends. He'll start fifth, Jason Brophy. Hopefully he gets the Indy 500 win this year. Hopefully. Next to him will be Tiago Benedetti in sixth, Matt Taylor in seventh, eighth, Daniel Pereira, ninth, Michael Newcomer, even though he's not a newcomer. And rounding out your top 10, it'll be Landon Zier. Matthew Ponce will start 11th, Kyle Clintworth starting 12th, Miss Excitement herself, Olivia Hayward starting 13th, Eli Hinton. There's a guy I've run against in the NIS for a number of years. He'll be starting 14th. Good to see him out here for the first time, I believe, in the iRacing IndyCar Series. Starting 15th, it'll be Trace Shadid. 16th, Jacob Collins. 17th, Jesper Orman. Usually you would see him up near the front. I guess he hasn't had that good of a week, I'm gonna guess. Starting 18th, it'll be Elijah Gibson. Correction. 19th, it'll be Mohamed Omir. And 20th, the boss, we should say. I should correct myself on that one. Starting 20th, another not so good run for him. 21st, it'll be Rusty Plant. 22nd, it'll be Alex Jarvie. And rounding out 23rd with the slowest qualifying time of a 25.779, it's Adriano Faporti. Wow, that's unlike him there, Gary. Starting 24th, it'll be Adam Parks, Kyle Diaz 25th, and rounding out the 26 car field, it'll be Scott Sanders.
Yeah, and the AJ Foyt car, give him credit for that one. All right.
This is going to be one of those races where you're going to have to watch where everybody is. Even though you can run that middle up against the wall, the middle groove and the low line here, dirty air, much like in the current iteration that it is now, it's still prevalent. But in this case here, it's a lot more worse than it is over on the high banked version.
And this is not a straightforward racetrack qual-wise. That's why we're seeing some people struggle, but I don't expect to see them struggle during the race. Even though we have some non-regulars in the lineup, as I always say, Randy Macho Man Savage says himself, the cream always rises to the top. Here we go, 75 laps to wrap up this season here at Atlanta, and Robert Malechka jumps out front as Pinero, Kraus, Richards, and Brophy all going into one.
Already we got a number of cars that are still trying to find that perfect groove to get through, because you're probably going to see them try and get single file here, but look at this, almost a contact there in the middle of the pack as they go off towards turn number 3. Already guys trying to find their way through to try and maybe get up towards the front, try and play it safe. But it'll be interesting to see how these strategies will play out here as they go through 1 and 2.
Car down on the apron, coming off of pit road for a pit road start. And already drivers are ripping the top line, and to the front, it's Adriano Pinero.
Adriano Pinero already doing the best he can. Some would say he's probably taking the lead too early, but with him, you never know. But of course, look at this right here. Already at the bottom of the speedway as they come off of turn number 2 here. It is Robert Malechka side by side with Adriano Pinero. I heard contact in the back there.
Newcomer, I believe, in that pink car. He was up in the wall.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to make contact with the wall here, especially coming off of turn 2. It's not as abrupt of a change as you would see at places like Texas Motor Speedway or Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a gradual drop down. And already we got haymakers being thrown between Adriano Pinero and Robert Malechka. These two are they're probably going to have a little bit of fun just trying to figure out where their cars can be going. But with these two, they always put on a good show.
LGN, not a good week last week for Pinero and the Elite Racing League Warriors for Peace Series. So he's going to be thankful to get back on the oval this Thursday night when they go to Fontana.
Yeah, really bad for when he racing Sonoma.
Sonoma, but Fontana this week, yeah.
Caution.
It's Miss Excitement, Olivia Hayward on the backstretch. She is around.
Missing a wing, a right front wing plane. Let's see what happened. Possibly a little contact. We'll see. Oh, on the outside of the 17. Almost. Tracy did. Everything happened in front of Tracy did. We'll go back and watch from his point of view. Here we see from Tracy did here. Watch. As I think the 17 on the inside comes up and, well, I don't know. I think we just ran out of racetrack there. Woof.
Yeah, there was a little bit of there was track that was lost, but as the old say goes, hello, netcode, my old friend. Why must you be that guy once again?
All right, under caution at lap 6. And still a little early to be hitting pit road to do this thing in one stop. So most everyone is staying out. I would expect some folks closer to the back to come in and maybe top off. And, oh, interesting. Kraus going to ride on the apron. Also riding on the apron, Benedetti. Benedetti in 5th spot there. So what they're doing, this is your high IQ move of the race so far, as they're down there going around this racetrack in a much shorter radius than everyone else. So they are saving fuel.
Expected on that one there, because you can't, if you don't know how to save fuel here and you basically just have it on map 1, you're going to burn through that fuel. It doesn't matter if you're in the pack or by yourself. If you put it on around, I'd say between map 3 and 5, you should be good. Map 5 would be the better option. That way you can stay in the draft with the car that's ahead of you and save at least a bit of fuel to try and stretch that fuel run that you have to maybe either undercut or overcut. And at times I've seen a mixed bag of results between the overcut being the not the way to go and the undercut being the way to go, and vice versa. So it's, as the old saying goes, as we say here in Vegas, it's just a roll of the dice. Whatever it lands on, you might as well just go with it.
If you enjoy P1's coverage of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split and respect the stream, please do us a solid. If you're unable to donate to the broadcast, the next best thing to do is support us by subscribing. About half of you out there watching right now are not subscribers. Change that right now. Click the red button, turn it gray, do us a big favor. We really would appreciate it. And while you're at, don't forget to smash like and to really help the algorithm, and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcast. The rule set for tonight, a mile and a half. Actually, it's 1.54 mile oval. 75 laps. We're doing about 115 and a half miles. No fast repairs. 3 sets of tires. 1 in the car, 2 in the pits, and a 45 mile per hour pit road speed limit. The IndyCar track record set on this configuration, not the new reconfiguration. I don't think you'll ever see IndyCar go there. Is held by Billy Boat, set in 1998 with a speed of 224.145 miles an hour. Going green this time by. Here we go once again. Hayward checks in from pit road, says, ha ha, welp. Kind of sums it up.
That's unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate, because that's not what you want to see happen there. It's a long way to go. But for now, back on the green here. We already got some side-by-side battles here going through turns 3 and 4 and off of the corner here. It's going to be interesting to see who goes where and to see if they can get towards that front.
We got Rick Rayvon checking in. We got Brandon Trost in chat. Brandon, good to see you again. Watching Clindy and Pereira. It's a battle for 8th. They have cleared each other. A little bit further back, we do see Jesper Orman on the low side, trying to get around Elijah Gibson. Swap for the lead again at the start-finish line, the quad oval area. It's Velechka, Pinero, PK, Richards, Benedetti, then Brophy, Taylor, Clindy, Pereira, Zier, your top 10.
Already I'm hearing more contact in the back there. Trying to figure out who it is. I can't see who it was, but whoever it was, hopefully they didn't damage the rest of their car, because one small hit on the wall there, especially coming off of turn 4 or turn 2, and it will damage the car.
High line starting to come in already. You see O'Meara losing a spot to Gibson. A little bit further up front, side by side, Benedetti, Brophy. Boy, if a netcode kicked in there, that would have been a big issue. They were that close. But Benedetti gets and holds the position over Brophy, and now comes Matt Taylor into the picture. He's going to ride the high line. You see Jesper Orman moving up another spot, move him to 12th behind his teammate Jacob Collins. In
that middle group there, trying to find clean air to get up towards Jacob Collins. He might be able to get him this time, but I don't think he will. He will stay up in that middle group while Collins goes to the low line there. Jesper Orman moves up. Oh, got a little too close to the wall there. Going through turn 4, side by side. He will get the run, and he should be able to clear Jacob Collins as they go through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I know. Those are teammates. I don't think they're going to battle to each other too awfully hard there. And now Orman taking a look at Lilac Zier. God, it's, every week we're almost reminded of Zier's last name, and I butchered it this time. My bad, Lilac. I apologize. But Orman on the high side. Looks like he's found the high groove, and he gets another position. 2 positions in 2 laps for Jesper. Move him up to 10th, up 7 spots. He's your biggest gainer of the night so far. But up front, it is Malechka and Pinero swapping the lead back and forth and starting to put a little distance on PK and Tanner Richards. Richards and PK are going to have to start working together if they want to run these 2 down. They're still in the draft envelope, but it's making it harder and harder every single lap as they start pulling away.
Yeah, if you can find a way to pull away from the guy that's behind you, you can definitely start making your way towards the front. But you have to find out where the grip is going to be, because the grip over here, it's all over the place. One moment it's up in the, whoa, who was that behind Michael Newcomer there? That was Mohamed Amir. He got a little too close to that wall coming off of turn 2. I think he almost tapped it, but he got away with it. But yeah, as I was saying, if you can, with the way the grip is here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, this version of Atlanta Motor Speedway, the best version, I should say. One moment, you have amazing grip up on the high side. Next moment, it's garbage. Another moment, the place to be is on the bottom, where the grip is. Next moment, you want to start moving up towards either the middle or the top. It's just all over the place. That's what makes it fun about Atlanta. They say it's real racing, real fast, but you also have to take into account, you better know how to manage your tires well.
You don't like the old 1.5 mile straight up oval?
Are we talking
Pre-96.
Well, pre-97.
Yeah.
I actually, believe it or not, I still miss it. But with this one, it's in my opinion, it's better. But that's just me.
Well, we got Rick Ravon in chat. Of course, his idol, IndyCar idol, is Rick Mears. Rick Mears basically owned that track when IndyCar used to come here back in the day. He has 5 career wins here at the old Atlanta, with 4 in a row from 72 to 82. Johnny Rutherford has 3, including the inaugural race when they came back here way back in 1965, and then when the Indy Racing League came here, Greg Ray got 2 wins out of those 3 races. But this used to be effectively owned by Rick Mears. He won just about every single IndyCar race, or was at the front of the pack about every single IndyCar race when they came here and stopped visiting here back about 83 or so.
And you also, in regards to Johnny Rutherford, you also have to remember, he technically did get McLaren's first IndyCar win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yep, it was in the well, I don't know how papaya it was at the time, but it later would be a papaya car.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was a red and white Budweiser scheme, if I remember correctly, or I think it wasn't the Viceroy scheme. I know that.
It's Malechka Pinero now by a second over Kraus. Get you some gap information here. Closest battle on the racetrack, we're going to go back to 7th spot here. And we're going to check out Taylor and Benedetti. Benedetti ripping the top. Taylor's going to stay on the bottom. .24, now 25 of 75. And now we're getting to the area where that window is going to open for the first pit stops. Well, we talked about this many times before, Lewis. Yeah, you don't like to go when that window opens. You like to go when the fuel line is dry, and that still might be the best way to go. But the tire degradation around here might actually have a say in when you come to pit road now.
Oh, especially when the tire degradation is like that. It's hard to go in with somebody can mess your pit strategy. So that's why I like to going by myself first, to don't have a mess with somebody or mess the race for somebody. So it is hard also, but it's really high chance with somebody in the pit stop could be wrecked by himself in the entry of the pit. So it's really like at this track, especially with temperature now, it's really high, 126 Fahrenheit now, and for sure somebody is gonna try to go into the pit, and the car maybe gonna go into the apron and clip the apron, and maybe he'll have going to the track and have a caution over there.
And there are no rule sets about, and if you watch past broadcasts here on P1 when we do league coverage, a lot of leagues have rules at the racetrack where you have to enter pit road coming off the backstretch, much like how you saw the Cup Series when they visited here recently under the newer configuration. They would come into pit road under green flag conditions off the backstretch. Well, not so much here for this race. If these guys want to come off a 4 and break at the last second, they are welcome to do so. So that might make things interesting. Speaking of interesting, Benedetti side by side, wheel to wheel down the backstretch, giving a little extra room to Brophy. That's a battle for 5th.
I remember the last race when I visited here in the official series. I started in 2nd place. I've been super fast. I think it was Demerit on front to me. And I went super fast, so really, really fast. And then at some point, I see Brofin, I came Maleska, I came all of these guys from back on the field. And I finished on 12 because I didn't understand how to save my tires and follow Demerit. So Demerit did high line, and me always low line. So it's really tough. The people feel the struggle in the track, and I see Benedetti almost lose the car in turn 2.
That's Chris Demerit that he's talking about. Yep. Gave you a little bit of a lesson there. You learned it though, didn't you?
Too late.
It is Pinero Malechka up at the front. 2/10. Pinero pulling away just a little bit. PK entering the picture for 3rd. Richards 4th. Brophy 5th. Then we got Taylor, Benedetti, Clindy pair, and Orman, your top 10.
Clindy, Benedetti, wow.
Now we'll go back and take a look at that, see what happened. Clindy gets underneath Benedetti going through the quad oval area. He has a shot in the 1, and he did not give Benedetti an awful lot of room up high. Clindy took a late apex in. Benedetti thought he was going to come in, turn in a little bit earlier, and Clindy's like, nope, this line is mine, and makes it through. But a little bit of an excitement there.
When the Brazilian press the push to talk and say something, it's like, oh my God. It's happened with a lot of Brazilians in my time. And when I hear the Brazilian say something, it's like, okay, this guy is gonna come in for me. I have to be careful. But it's funny because we are 5 people at that time with the same skin on my car and the Neki team. And always when the pink and black is in the track, it's like a Brazilian target. For sure.
You see that name light up at the bottom of your screen in the middle of the sim, and it's the Brazilian driver. Uh-oh, here it comes. It doesn't take much to fire up the Brazilian drivers. They have that hot flame there.
Yeah, we have some I don't want to say problem, but the deals with Fraporti, Balmore in that time. It's not Balmore around anymore. I don't know, maybe it's banned or whatever. Some others, I don't know. It's very, a lot of people you don't see anymore, but Fraporti is still here. Benedetti, I think at that time it was 2, but I don't remember actually.
Orman, pit road, scheduled stop. He's going for the undercut.
I think this track is not stay long. That you have to come in when your tire is gone.
Yeah.
We're talking about stay long, but you can't because you're gonna lose maybe half a second every single lap from maybe Jasper. Jasper is one of the guys. So if you're gonna compare the time with Jasper, is gonna go more faster than you, and then when you go to the pit, you do the pit by yourself, and then you're coming out. For sure, Jasper is gonna be
contact into the wall on the backstretch. Mohamed Omir, no caution yet, but he is needs to turn around. Looks like he was trying to come in or had some incident coming off of 2 and Tues.
Yeah.
Elijah Gibson on pit road. He finished his stop. He's coming back up to speed here. Still waiting for others to come to pit road. Meanwhile, Malechka is now caught back up to Pinero. Pinero on the high line. And in the picture is PK. A little bit further back, Tanner Richards by himself. Taylor up to 5th. Brophy now 6th. Diego Benedetti on pit road. Scheduled stop. Omir, unfortunately, not having a good of a night as he did last night in the ISRA Open Wheel Series.
Black flag.
Brophy,
It's a black flag for Brophy.
Brophy is speeding on pit road, and we have a caution on the racetrack. And I see a bunch of debris coming off of Raporti's car, and I'm wondering if he took a little bit of a vacation through the grass. Let's see what happens. He's trying to maybe come to pit road, and there is a car in front of him. Oh, Rusty Plant. He goes through the grass to avoid Plant. So let's see what happens. Plant's trying to slow down, and unfortunately, El Patron, the boss, catches up to him at the wrong spot. And here we see Antonio Estrada. Again, not sure what's happening, if he called his pits that he was coming in or not. But boom, closing rate closes on these things really, really fast. And he sends Rusty for a ride down the front stretch. And Raporti does a good job at avoiding that and not spinning out while going through the grass. Good job. A little bit of General Lee action there. Hazard County's not too far away.
Rusty didn't call.
He didn't call. Oh, no.
No, he didn't call. He just came in without announce.
Alex Harvey stays on the racetrack to pick up the lead. Harvey has not stopped yet. He's 42 laps into his stint. So he must be thinking more cautions yet to come, or just kind of missed his turn down pit road, and he'll come down pit road next time. That will turn the lead over to Malechka. Now, something happened to Pinero. Pinero back on pit road, and he had to make 2 stops. So did he not? He spun coming down pit road.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, let's go back to Pinero here and see what happened. Okay, so coming off of pit road, he gets going, and the back it right around. PK does a good job. Everybody does a good job at splitting them. But now he just needs to hold his line at this point, unfortunately. Because you can't just move, because you're not a ghost anymore at this point. He is a solid object. If somebody hits him, it would give damage to both their cars. But he does a good job at being a gentleman and holding his brake. And now he needs to spin it back around. So that's what happened. He's going to come down pit road one more time to top off the tank. No, he's going up on the jacks. So he's going to change the tires one more time. Down and away. Going to go green next time by. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of Championship Tuesday of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split coming to you from Atlanta. We've completed now 45, we're coming to 45 of 75 laps. You're enjoying our coverage. Would like to monetarily support us. Tonight is the last chance you get to for this season. A link to our GoFundMe campaign is in the stream description. We realize times are tough, so no matter the amount, no matter the donation, it is greatly appreciated.
Underway here. As we see, Phil Krause is going to he's going to try and toy with Robert Malechka here.
A little bit of a twitch from Krause's car coming off the 2. Zier to the inside of Pereira going into 3. He gets the position, moves Zier up to 6. Memory serves me, Zier likes this track. I think the last time we came here, she had herself a pretty good race.
That she did, but I'm also looking at Michael Newcomer here. He's in the middle of a hornet's nest. Oof. As he's got Eli Hinton, as well as Jacob Collins and Trace Shadid. Still side by side between Michael Newcomer and Jacob Collins as they head off towards turn number 1. Here comes the boss man, Antonio Estrada, on the inside of Trace Shadid. He tried to get it clear, but it wasn't going to be enough.
I wonder how much damage Estrada might have from that contact with Rusty.
I saw the left wheel gone, and then now it's in the truck.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like to a degree, iRacing has forgiven him. But I wonder if there's any lasting damage we can't see. Right now, he's racing with his teammate, Jesper Orman. Orman down low. He'll give him a wide berth. And right behind him, Scott Sanders and the AJ Foyt, number 14, Copenhagen, Dallara. Traditional black there. Oh, Brophy to the inside wall! What a catch! What a catch! And what happened? What caused that? He just got close there. So I think that might be...
He got a scare for
Kyle Diaz, yeah.
Yeah.
And he holds his line, but unfortunately, those tires are probably going to be hot now. And he's got to run down this pack again. And here's your weather update. 128 degrees. It's getting hotter.
Call this hot later for nothing.
Yep. And is Malechka now PK at the front. PK has caught Malechka. How much is he going to race Robert? How much they're going to work together? How much is this a fuel race for these guys? One of the things we heard from them before is that they prefer the later cautions than the earlier cautions because it doesn't make the races as exciting because it turns into a fuel mileage race. So they got a caution right at the midway point. So we'll see if that helps things any. But it is Malechka, Krause, Richards, all with wins this season here on the Top Split broadcast. Richards started off the week with a big win at Kentucky in the votive Indy Oval Series with 39 cars taking the green flag for that race.
We still got some good side-by-side battles here coming off of turn 2. And,
contact, there it is, and it's for Porty on the backstretch, sideways. I don't think we're going to get a caution. What happened there? Again with Diaz. Diaz in a yellow Mobil 1 livery, and let's see what happened. No, nothing with Diaz.
Porty went loose.
Porty got loose in the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
Diaz is going to be damaged.
Yeah, heavy damage on that right side there.
Yep, he's missing the whole right front wing plane. And even though that this is heavily banked, and looks like you can go pretty fast around. Yeah.
From 40, no, Pinheiro have a lock. Is lucky. It's 3 incident for him. 3 position 5-3.
Now let's go back. Let's find. You said it was Pinheiro. Let's go back a little ways.
It's in front of Pinheiro.
Yes, with Scott Sanders coming off a 2 again. Much the same way we've seen in the other pass incidents. So here is right in front of for Pinheiro. And Sanders contact with newcomer, or very close to it. And again, your weather report, 129 degrees track temperature. This has got to be a handful out there for these guys. Let's ride with Tanner Richards as we watch 2 of the best right in front of him. Richards is, he is light-footing it, and he's loose off a 2. He's going up high, trying to keep it not from getting loose. Don't have to turn the wheel that much. But you can see the car is twitchy. Times down into the 26s. Peak laps in 24s and 25s. Now he's down to under 200 miles per hour in the center of the corner.
Yeah, if I were him, I would absolutely have to pit there to get at least some of that damage fixed.
I don't know if Tanner has any damage. He's just really, really loose right now.
If it's not damaged, then he's definitely got the tires way overcooked. Or in this case, I'll use a food term. He's got those tires well done.
Tanner, hey, you and Tanner have something in common, Lewis. I found this out. Both of you are both former Lionheart winners. So you're looking at 3 former Lionheart race winners at the front of the pack here. Kraus, Malechka, and Richards, all won at the Lionheart level.
Yeah, Phil Kraus, IndyCar Series. I think so.
Caution! Eli Hinton? No, who is it? Brophy on his lid.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's still flipping.
He flew.
And in front of him was Harvey. And Harvey got loose. And that's what happened when that's the situation of closing rates. And he is sliding down the backstretch. And into the wall. But he is out for the day, unfortunately.
And all we hear Phil Kraus say over radio, "Talk to us, driver."
Okay, so pit stops. Richards coming down. Glindy coming down. Taylor's going to stay out. So these guys might be making the right call right here, getting new tires. With 13 to go, this might be the call. This might be the call. Pinheiro stays out. And once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching P1's coverage of Championship Tuesday. This is round 12 of 12 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split coming to you from Atlanta, where Kraus now leads. Kraus had the lead when the caution came out, so that's why he gets credit for being your leader right now. We have 13 to go. We'll come to green flag here in just a couple of laps. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. Also, don't forget your commentary team by sending a donation via our GoFundMe link in the description. You can also send us super chats as well. We certainly would appreciate it. P1 Broadcasting is excited to announce a brand new crown jewel level event for the iRacing IndyCar community, a 600-kilometer, 186-lap battle at Michigan International Speedway on June 7th, 2025. A lot of the same drivers you'll see in the lineup tonight will be in that race. It's an all-star, invite-only roster of the IndyCar iRacing community that will take the grid, competing for over $200 in prizes. Stay tuned for more details and entry applications. June 7th at Michigan will be a race you won't want to miss.
So Pinheiro have only Scott Sanders as I said, the wall to Tanner Richard, Clendy, Steer, Pereira, all of them with one lap. So Pinheiro for sure have the tires gone. So Phil Kraus and Maleska, easy, they can just working together to stay over there.
Let's give you the update on tires. So Kraus, Malechka, Taylor, your top three. They all have 21 lap old tires. Pinheiro, 20 lap old tires. Scott Sanders in fifth in the black AJ Foyt car. He has 21 lap old tires as well. We also have a lapped car involved in this battle. That is Adam Parks right there, that fourth car in line. Going back to the first car with fresh tires, that is Tanner Richards, Clendy, then Zier, then Pierre Ponto, and Collins and Orman. Expect that entire group to be streaming to the front like their tail end is on fire. They are going to want to post haste to get around everybody and get to the front as quickly as possible. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Sprint to the end. 12 laps to go here in Atlanta. Final race of the season.
Yep. I was listening into the radio broadcast. This is Malechka's first race of the week, and he has...
Oh, contact! And Clendy involved! And Pinheiro into the wall, and that caught Clendy. Clendy, I think, is... Well, he's been forgiven. I don't know how the heck he got forgiven, but he had damage. Let's watch this again and see what happened. Pinheiro and Sanders. And, on his own. He just got loose all on his own.
Yep.
And right in front of the field, everyone does a great job at avoiding him. But unfortunately, he broke his car, and that was enough to come to a halt at the in the middle of the backstretch there, and that's going to bring out the caution. So we are going to go caution one more time. Probably we'll go caution, or probably go green with about 8 to go. We'll see. As Parks comes off the racetrack, he is going to pit road. That might have been a little too exciting for him up front with all that action around him. Alex Harvey also coming to pit road.
As I was saying before, all hell broke loose in the backstretch there after the restart. This is Robert Malechka's first race of the week. I overheard on the radio, and he said he's got wheel damage.
And yes, in chat, ISRA says Richards ran Lionheart. He did. I was researching some information for you last night, Mr. ISRA, and that's how I found that out. Early seasons of Lionheart, but he ran Lionheart. That's what I love about SimRacer Hub. If you update SimRacer, if all you leagues out there is update SimRacer Hub, you make things easier to track this stuff down.
Yeah, you're right. So 2016, he raced more than 10 races. He won 1, 2, 3 races with a DW12 when the Lionheart was a DW12 at that time. He won in Charlotte. He won in Long Beach, in Milwaukee. He won in Chicagoland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Iowa.
So the last race was April April 6, 2016 in Phoenix.
It would have been the old DW12s before these IR18s came out, but yeah, he has some Lionheart wins under his belt, and that is one of the crown jewel leagues on this service. You can win at the Lionheart level. You are beating some of the best. Kraus, Malechka, Taylor, speaking of some of the best, they're your top three right now. Scott Sanders, who we have not seen very often at all here on the top split. He has brought the A.J. Foyt livery up to fourth spot. Right behind him is Tanner Richards with very fresh tires. And Clindy, same thing. They are going to want to get a big jump. Coming to green this time by. Sanders needs to close the gap. He is not really getting close there.
Can I add something more for Tanner?
Go ahead.
He finished second on season 1, 2014. He lost the championship for 1 point. Only 1 point. Jesse Bensett won the championship at that time.
Here we go, and Clindy gets a drop on Richards. They're going to go side by side, going to one. And now Clindy had the drop, but he had no place to go as Sanders faded to the top. Now Sanders protects to the inside, trying to get a shot on Clindy. I don't think those new tires are going to, get a shot on Richards. I don't think those older tires of Scott's going to really help him out there.
I don't think they will either.
Well, right now they're strong enough to hold off Clindy and Zier. And we know how fast they are at this racetrack. They're going to go down low. They'll get the position here coming off the corner. At least one of them will. The other one's going to have position going into three. Here comes Taylor as Richards gets a drop on Taylor. Taylor back to the inside, trying to get that position back. But can he do it with those old tires? And I don't think he can. He has a little bit of a twitch coming off the corner. Richards is now up to third, 5 to go. Does he have time? He's going to the bottom of the racetrack. He has a head full of steam. He's going to come side by side with Malechka down the backstretch, but he is not going to get aid of any draft from Kraus. PK stays high, giving the draft to Malechka. Now he's going to stay low, giving the dirty air to Richards.
Still side by side as they come off of turn number 4 here. And it looks like Malechka is going to be able to pull away from Tanner Richards just a tad bit. We got a blinker there right behind Tanner Richards.
Taylor.
Yep, Matt Taylor. I told him he needs to fix that Christmas tree of his, but it seems like,
That's going to cost him some positions. Those tires are just, I think he overcooked them.
I think he did as well, but back up towards here in the front. We have a side-by-side battle between Tanner Richards and Robert Malechka again. But don't look now. Here comes Kyle Clunworth in the draft of Robert Malechka. They're going to try and go three-way. Richards can force it all the way into the bottom there. Not going to work.
Clindy was just full sending it. He did not want to let off the accelerator at all, and he's going to go underneath Malechka going into 3 for P2. Time's running out, and I think if they keep fighting going into 1, they can't get decided. It's going to be PK's race to lose as he's now pulled out the 7/10 with 2 to go. Clindy now second.
Nice.
Contact both Richards and Malechka in the wall.
That's going to allow Richards there to get the run. Malechka has to back out of it. That's going to almost open the door for Lilac-Zier to make a run as they come up towards the start-finish line here, heading towards turn 1. White flag in the air. One more time around Atlanta Motor Speedway in the season.
Malechka with damage, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that damage has gotten worse and worse for him. When he said he had wheel damage, that contact is now made it a lot worse. But look at Clunworth. It's not going to be enough. Phil Kraus off of turn number 4 will win the season finale here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Nice.
Forward contact in the back there. Adriano for 40 ran into the back of somebody. That was Colin. He had a Dario Franchitti moment there.
Or I don't know, and maybe Jacob angered him at the finish. I don't know, and he wanted to let his anger known. So the ruling on that, I don't know what it is post checkered flag, but if everyone hadn't taken the checkered flag yet, and he did that, it would have been he actually would have got credit for incidents. Since everyone finished the race, that's not an incident for him, but I may be protestable if that's retaliation for something. I don't encourage. And then he gets into the back of Jesper. So I don't endorse these type of moves. I know it's a video game, but let's all be fair. We do get heated sometimes. We do get heated sometimes, but let's be fair. I don't know what happened there, but let's get into the final results, and we'll get into the interview room. And here we go. It is Kraus with the win. Klindy, big P2. That's going to help him pretty much secure P2 in the championship. Tanner Richards third, Zier fourth. Belechka falls back to fifth. That's probably one of the worst finishes we've seen Robert have in a while. And you don't see that. You don't say that as fifth as being a worst finish, but that's just the nature of how good that guy is. He is fifth. Pereira very quietly works his way up to sixth. Orman seventh. Collins eighth. Ponto ninth. Sanders in 10th. Sanders does make the top 10 with those older tires. So the gamble kind of paid off for him. Taylor in 11th. Hinton 12th. Gilson in 13th. Estrada 14th. Diaz 15th. Trey Shadid 16th. Fraporti 17th. Newcomer 18th. Benedetti 19th. Parks in 20th. Alex Harvey 21st. Pinero, not the finish he was looking for. We'll see how he does later this week when LG and I call the action from Fontana on the Elite Racing League's Warriors Peace IndyCar Series and the F5 Challenge 500. We'll see him in the lineup there. Brophy, well, speaking of former Elite Racing League champion, he's 23rd. Rusty Plants, winner 2 Sundays ago, and Votive at Phoenix. He finishes 24th tonight. O'Meara on the podium last night in the ISRA, 25th tonight, and Miss Excitement Olivia Hayward is 26th. All right, let's get some replays. I can help this. There we go. Let's get some replays queued up here. And then we'll get on into these interviews. Interesting. Did we see any more what happened with the that post-finish stuff? Did we see what happened?
I follow Fraporti just went from back from 17 to just start to crash Sanders, and they saw crash with Hoffman. So sorry, Collins and Jasper. So it's kind of, yeah, you can protect that. Before you have to you have 2 laps after the checker flag. Now is when you moment they cross the checker flag, you don't have more incidents in your score. So yeah, kind of not nice actually for that.
All right, let's bring on up Tanner Richards. And here is Tanner Richards. Tanner, great week for you. Twice in the booth this week, my friend. P3 here today at a very difficult Atlanta Motor Speedway. Very hot, very treacherous conditions. We actually rode for you with you for a while on your in-car, and it was twitchy out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hot. It was it was greasy. It was sweaty. And it was really tough out there. I actually burned my tires up on the first run, like very badly. And I kind of got saved by a caution there. But yeah, the track was very difficult today.
Were you able to find any line that really worked for you? I mean, we saw people going to the top, to the bottom, and it just seemed like everybody was having handling issues.
I thought the top was good, actually. Like I kind of, you can keep your momentum up on the top better than the bottom, I feel like, but I think it kind of chews your tires up too. So it kind of depends where the car in front of you allows you to go, what's best, I think.
Well, let me talk about some of those shout-outs you got for getting on the podium. You got one big win this season. I think at least one other podium and this podium to finish up the season. All in all, Not a bad season at all. Probably expected a little bit more for next season. What do you see as the outlook for next season?
Well, I'm going to be back next season. I'm going to try to win it all. And I'll just shout out to you guys, P1. Like, you guys have been really awesome doing this. And, like, you really make this an event. Like, I come home on Tuesday, and I really look forward to this, and it's really fun. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing. It's been a really fun season.
Well, we appreciate having a driver of your caliber that decides they want to come spend some Tuesday nights with us and have some fun on some oval tracks. Shout outs, any friends, any family, any sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
I got nothing to shout out, but it was a great season, and I'll let you guys get to the next person. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
You got it, Tanner. Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right. Take care.
Tanner Richards, man of a few words, but very happy tonight. And let's see if did he lead any laps? No, did not lead any laps, but was up at the front all night long. All right, let's bring up Clindy. And here he is. Clindy, congrats on the P2. Nice run. And I tell you what, the decision to come down pit road for those new sets of tires really paid off. I'm not sure how much you wanted that last caution to happen. That happened nevertheless. If that caution didn't happen, hypothesize, would you have had a shot?
The way Rob was racing Tanner, yes. I got to pass Tanner and Rob at the same time because Rob was defending perfectly, and honestly, he is a mad lad. He gave Tanner absolutely zero room, and Tanner is the type of driver that can comply with that, right? So Rob knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's the one car, he's the champion, and all due respect to him, like he's very, very good at this. So he knew what he was doing, but because he did that, it gave me a shot to finish second. And if we had not had that yellow with Adriano, I have to pick through one more car, right? But I would have had 4 more laps. I don't think Phil would have had anything for Tanner or me. Whoever of us got by Rob first was going to win that race if we didn't have another yellow. But I'm very happy I didn't get any damage because Adriano
that was really very, very close. So, and on our screen, you got damage, and then you were forgiven.
Oh no, I never had damage on my screen, so I didn't even have my heart drop. I just knew it was close. So all you Clendy fans out there, sorry to give you a little heart attack, but come home second today and second in the championship. Probably, I don't think there's going to be a better SOF this week. And Adriano would have had to finish where I finished, and I would have had to finish where he finished for this race to matter. And fortunately for me, I was P3 at Charlotte in this finale last season, or I guess I was P1 at IRSS, but in the last race that mattered 2 seasons ago, I was 3rd at Charlotte, and then I was 1st last season and then 2nd this season. So I've clean swept the podium for the last 3 season finales, so look at me go.
Well, it's a good way to start off to end the season and then to get off on that next season on the right foot, but enjoy the week off, although I know you will be busy. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Absolutely. I've been trying to be quicker in the booth, Gary. So hugs and kisses to all my friends and family watching back in Central Illinois. My mom, my cousin Craig, my friends Hillary and Catherine, my friends Ryan and Hannah. You guys have all tuned in recently. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much to Shane Coker, who runs the Votive Racing League. He's on the side of my car. Come race with us Sunday nights. It's free. Hit me up on the Discord, and I will get you the invitation to the Discord for the channel. And thank you so much to my cousin Craig at Sagerman Farms. If you have any agribusiness needs or you're looking to purchase mature corn, get in contact with me. I'll put you in contact with Craig, and he will hook you up with his Illinois corn, which is the best in the world. That's it.
You don't talk nearly as long as Mark does, but you still did.
Well, I also talks faster than Mark.
Well,
so,
and you didn't talk. You're not Micro Machine Man fast, and you got to go back and watch that old '80s toy commercial to know what I'm talking about there. But that was still. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so you were still pretty quick, and that's pretty good. But Fast Kyle, not Fast Kyle Clindy. We'll just call you Fast Clindy. Finishes second here today on the mile and a half at Atlanta. We'll see you in a couple weeks when we kick the season off at a track very similar to this, Legacy, Texas.
And wait, what channel will that be on, Gary?
That will be on P1.
A P1 Broadcasting on YouTube, which every person viewing right now should like and subscribe to channel. Thanks, I'm out.
He just leaves the channel. He just does the John Cena mic drop after going a heel turn. Except Clindy didn't turn heel.
I'm gonna say like a CM Punk after the promo he did on Raw last Raw on Monday.
Let's bring up Phil Kraus for hanging around. Here is Phil. Phil, congratulations on the win. No surprise, really, that a driver as experienced as you kind of held on and got the win here. The conditions weren't the best, and normally experience is what speaks when we have races like that. Talk about the conditions out there, and talk about hanging on there at the end, and if that last caution helped you, you think, or not.
I would say neither of the last two cautions particularly helped, but the last one definitely hurt a bit more. Yeah, honestly, the only reason I won that race is because Rob was fighting for his life behind me to maintain track position. I think if Kyle or Tanner had gotten by him like a lap or two earlier, I'm probably having to deal with a race to the line on the last lap at best, because the new tires were worth around like 3/10 a lap probably, if I were to put a number on it. Both of us just honestly we were just kind of vibing. We forgot to pull in and put in new tires, because usually the tires don't have that big of an effect, but this week is probably the most tires have affected the IndyCar outside of like short tracks and a while, but such is Hotlanta, you know.
Well, how were the conditions out there? We saw a lot of people had their hands full. Was that much the same for you as well?
Yeah, definitely. I ran a race yesterday and blew my right rear off, and had to do a hard, not literally blow the right rear, but was really struggling with right rear grip, so had to do a hard readjustment on the tools. And if you had the tools wrong for this race, you were definitely really struggling. But if you found a nice window for the tools, it wasn't too bad, but definitely a lot slicker than people are used to on the 1.5 miles.
Well, experience 100% mattered today. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who wants to say hi to getting this big win to wrap up the season?
As always, everyone on Team Hype, partners, Powerslide Motorsport, Ethica, all them, and Rob for defending like a lion, as Fernando Alonso would say.
Well, congratulations on the win. Good to see you again. Hope to see more of you when we come back for next season. But in the meantime, enjoy the week off.
Yep, cheers.
Here. All right, and before we get into final race and final season thoughts here, here is the season the schedule for next season. As I want to make sure we bring up the right graphics here. Here we go. Next season, we are going to kick off here in 2 weeks at Legacy, Texas. And actually, the next season, if you're watching from home, if you're thinking about participating in the IndyCar Oval Series, you might not have the I rating enough to get to the top split, but you're still thinking about participating. You don't have a lot of the tracks. You might have a lot of the tracks for this upcoming season. And there's a reason for that, because next season is going to coincide with the big fixed and open Indy 500s when they happen in May. So this will be your chance to get a good feeling for the car, get some track time. Remember, I always say iron sharpens iron. The more that you ride in these cars, the more you're going to get out of them, the more you're going to learn out of them, and the better you'll do in your fixed or open Indy 500 when you finally get to your race later in May. But we're going to start off with Legacy, Texas. Then we're going to go to Michigan, Gateway, Nashville. Then Atlanta doubleheader. We will be back here in Atlanta, but that will be Meme Race Atlanta. So that will be a doubleheader that we will have. That will be in April. Then we're going to go to Legacy Phoenix, then Legacy Charlotte, then Indianapolis. So a lot of those tracks people have already, that if they either got them with the service or they participate sometimes in some 10 top stuff, you have a lot of those tracks you're going to have. So if you're thinking about it, you probably have those tracks in your inventory. Next season is a good season to think about trying your hand at the IR18. Fellas, before we look forward to this season, how about this season? How about this race? JP, what'd you think?
I really don't know how to put it, except it was one heck of a season, and I'm looking forward to what's in store for next season. From what I've heard, there are some things that are coming in the pipeline for the IndyCar, but right now their main focus is getting the big issues squared away with the GTP cars. So I think season 3 we might get the hybrid unit for the IR18.
All
to
right.
coincide with the GTPs.
I am looking forward to that. Lewis, final thoughts of the season, final thoughts on the race here at Atlanta.
So we started with Pablo going on the front with Clendy, Pablo, Clendy, and then Maleska came from after 3 or 4 races. Pass. Also, this is crazy. It's happened to me in that time when the Maleska and Pinheiro came on the middle of the season, and they start to win stuff, and then they went into the championship close to us. So same over here. Pinheiro finished 3rd, and Maleska won the championship with just with a lot of points. So he really win 15. And he started 19. So 19 started in this season. It just like that, he won the championship, the 5th one for him. So pretty good. You said about Pinheiro, about the ERN, a bad season, bad race last week, and today was a very bad decision for stay out. I know if he coming in, he could be started and could be stay on the 12 or 11 today. And maybe it could be, because it's fast, it could be finished on 5th, but he decided to stay out. So bad decision for him, and let's see what happened on Fontana on the year end this week on Thursday. So pretty good season. Once again, Clendy is 2nd. I hope could be battle next for the championship, but everything can happen. Also, Tanner Richard is getting strong with a lot of 8 winners, 8 wins for this season for him. So pretty good for him. And yeah, was a good season. Next one, Texas Legacy, pretty hard actually. If it's a day, it's gonna be very, very hard. Yeah, nothing more to say. So pretty good. And yeah, because Steve is gonna come back next season.
Steven hopefully should be back, with the hour time change. And let's not forget the Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race, Scott Standers, who we had on the cam quite a bit in that AJ Foyt livery, up 16 spots and finishes 10th. So a good day for him on that big gamble to stay out among the leaders with those old tires. So there you go, Luis, your driver of the race.
It is a driver of the day. I have 2 people with 10 positions, included Glendy also 2 over there, but Sanders is with 15 positions over there. So if it's Steve coming, I'm gonna step out for that and keep it maybe the team over here, and then if it's not, I'm gonna come back on Texas in 2 weeks. So anyways, see you, Gary, on Thursday and ERN.
You got it. So that's it tonight. Once again, your podium from Atlanta. PK with the big win here. Clendy 2nd, Tanner Richards 3rd. And unofficially, we do believe that Robert Maleska won the Season 1 2025 iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Championship. Not sure what his final total is, but we do believe he won. And we do believe Clendy did manage to finish 2nd. Join us again in 2 weeks as we start this journey all over again for round 1, week 1 of season 2 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday Night Top Split as the teams and drivers head to Legacy, Texas to kick off the new season. Coverage begins around 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, that's right. We are an hour later again next season because we're having a time change this Sunday. So it's 8:15 p.m. You're going to have time to eat your dinner, play around with the wife and kids for a while, and then you can come join us. And you can sit here and you can watch us call the action for about an hour and a half right here on P1. But remember, new time change, new season. So as always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you. They're not easy and require time and money to produce. Because of your generosity and donations, we'll be able to bring you IndyCar Oval action nearly sponsor-free. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar and enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday Night Top Split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description. And donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. Tonight is the last chance you get to do that for this season. We realize times are tough, so any contribution would be greatly appreciated. We thank you for watching and make us part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. And if you're new, and we know half of you watching are not subscribed, that's what analytics tells us. Click the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you'll miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including our Wednesday night doubleheader. It returns this week. Join Murph and Jalopnik.com's Ryanair King at 8 p.m. Eastern for round 6 of the Horizon IndyCar Series Championship, while Stevie Larkamp and I call the action for the Formula Indy Series as we head to Sachsenring for the first time in channel history at 8:20 p.m. Don't miss it. It'll be a night full of open-wheel racing right here on P1. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash SimCams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash SimCams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. For business inquiries and learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links. They're on Linktree, all in one spot. You can check them out. They're all in the description. So for Justin Petschauer, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here in 2 weeks in Texas for the first race of the next championship season and the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split on P1. Good night.